What's up guys, welcome to the channel, and in today's video we are going to solve the faulty calculator exercise that I gave you in the exercise 2 video. So I've actually forgotten what we had to do in that exercise. I have opened this video and I'll play it. And in this exercise we are going to make a faulty calculator. Not just a calculator that do you want to add those of the user, you have to the calculator. So if the first number, that is a, if that is equal to 34 and if b is equal to 20 and if the user chooses 1, if user chooses addition, that is 1, you have to print out 20. I know it's incorrect, but actually you have to print out 52. Okay, so as we saw, this is the first case, the first special case that we have to print. That is when a is equal to 34 and when b is equal to 20, we have to print out 54. So I'll open my PyCharm ID right here. And it's booting up. So we have to solve this exercise using if-else statements. And I'll make a new Python file and I'll name it as exercise 2. Oh, it already exists, so I'll open it and I'll close all the other tabs. Okay, so I've wrote every case here. So I'll make a input variable a is equal to int and input, and I'll print the first statement and I'll write welcome to the calculator. If I want to trick someone that this is a faulty calculator, but I don't want he or she to know that this is a faulty calculator, so I'll write welcome to calculator, the calculator program. So after this I'll print enter the first number and I'll take in the input in the integer form because numbers are in integer forms. So I'll put the input variable as a, and after this I'll print enter the second number and I will put the second input variable as b. I'm just naming the first as a and second as b, so don't get confused. But as we have to make the variable names more meaningful, so I'll just write first number instead of a, and I'll write second number instead of b. After I've taken two inputs, that is the first number and second number, I'll have to ask the user that do you want to add these numbers, subtract, or division or multiply. So I'll print enter the operator you want to use. After that I'll print a new line character and I'll write 1 for addition, then 2 for subtraction, and I'll tell you how to take input in the other way instead of just writing the numbers. First of all, I'll just write the program that I have informed you in the exercise 2 video, and I'll put a special case after the exercise has been completed. So I'll write 3 for multiplication and 4 for oops, and 4 for division. So after that I'll make another variable and I'll typecast it into int input because 1, 2, 3, 4 should be the only cases, and these are numbers. So after this I'll write an if statement and I'll write if operator is equal to 1. Guys, remember, you have to always put equal to inside a condition. A single equal to does not come inside a condition, and as you can see, if I put a single equal to, the PyCharm ID shows a red line saying that this is not valid. So that's the beauty of PyCharm ID. And after I enter this if statement by using a colon, So I've entered this if statement. I'll write another if statement, and I'll put that if a is equal to 34 and b is equal to 20. Oops, it should be the first number. If first number is equal to 34 and b and the second number is 20, then you have to print 52. Else you have to print um, first number plus second number. After this, in the elif statement, as you can see, we will write the subtract operator, and in subtract, if the user chooses 30 and if the second number is 100, you have to print out 50. Okay, so I'll make an elif statement, and I'll write if elif operator is equal to 2, and if the first number, that is 30, and if the second number, that is 100. So if I have wrote the condition as that if the first statement is 30 and if the second number is 100. So it is not an or, as you can see, because if the user inputs 30 and if he inputs the second number as 70, and if he wants the operator as subtraction, that is 2, so it won't operate this one if statement because I've put in an and. If I'd put in an or, it would take either of these two cases. But I want these both cases. I want this also and I want that also. So I'll write an and because I want these two cases, not one of them. Okay, so after that I'll enter this if statement and I'll print 50, as you can see right here. Else print first number minus second number. Then I'll put another elif where operator should be equal to 3, and I'll write if first number is equal to, as you can see right here in the second case, if a is 20 and b is 20, print out 392. So I'll write if first number is equal to 20 and second number is equal to 20 as well. So I'll print out 392. Else I will have to print a into b. Sorry, I'll have to print first number into second number. Else if the operator is equal to 4, and as you can see I haven't put any cases here for division, so I'll just write print. I'll typecast this into a float, first number, and I'll show you by running this program that why I have typecasted the first and the second number as float. So after this I'll make an else statement where if the operator is not 1 2 3 4, it will print enter a valid operator. If I run this program, as you can see, it shows welcome to the first calculator program. Welcome to the calculator program. And if I enter 3 and 2 and I want to add, so as you can see it has printed 5. And if I want the numbers to show, for example, like answer is equal to, so I can print it like this, answer, and then I can end it with a blank. So if I run this, as you can see, if I enter 3 2 and 1, it shows me that the answer is 5. I'll have to put a colon here just to make the program a bit smoother and presentable. So as you can see, it has printed 5. But if I put 34 and 20 as the first number and second number respectively, and if I rerun this program, so I'm putting 34, 20, and I have to put in addition because that's when the special case will trigger. So as I put 1, as you can see, it prints 54. If I tell you the logic behind this program, once I entered 1 for the operator, so the program, it comes into this if statement and it starts checking that is the first number 30 and is the second number 20, then yes, I have to print 52. But if it is not 34 and it is the second number is not 20, so I'll print that the addition, that is the first number and second number. So guys, you have to just put in this and this is the important part in this program, that if you put or, for example, and if I run this program, as you can see it is asking me the first number. So if I print 34 and if I enter 100, for example, and if I try to add it, as you can see it has given me 54, whereas in this case it should give 134. So I have added or here, but if I add and here, it changes the whole scenario, whereas the both of the conditions have to be true, only then it will print 54. So that's why we had to add and instead of or. Okay, so as you guys know that wait a minute, I'll run more cases. As you can see, I have told you to print these two cases as well. So if I write 20 as the first number and 20 as the second number, and if I enter 3, as you can see it is printed 392. That's wrong because the multiplication of these numbers should be 400. And if I try for subtraction, that is 30 and 100 and 2. So as you can see it has printed 50, which is wrong because the subtraction of these two numbers must be minus 70. As you can see, the subtraction in the else case is coming true, that is 10, because 20 minus 10 is 10. If I want to divide some numbers, so I'll write 27 and 20 divided by 7 is 2.85. So if guys, if I cut this, if I remove this float sign and if I run this program again, and if I enter 27 and 4, as you can see it prints the same thing. But just for assurity, as you guys know, float is a decimal point, right? So Python is a really forgiving language. It actually converted the integer form into the float form automatically because I put a divide sign here. But usually in other basic programming languages like C and C++, they are not forgiving. So you will have to typecast the integer form into float form in order to get a decimal point. And if in those languages like C and C++, just for your information, if you don't typecast these numbers into float form, then there will be printing like 3 because no decimal points will be coming, so it will just round off automatically and it will print 3 instead of 2.8. So Python is a forgiving language and that's why it is recommended for beginners. But just for making sure that these numbers are float, I wrote float here. Okay, so as you know, I told you that I'll write a special case after the exercise has been finished. So this was the exercise, and if I write 3 4 and for example 100 as the operator, it shows that enter a valid operator. So it printed enter a valid operator because the program went into the else statement. Okay, so talking about the special case, instead of writing enter the operator, you want to use 1 for addition, 2 for subtraction, 3 for multiplication and 4 for division. I will write enter the operator you want to use, addition, then subtraction, and then multiplication and division. After this, I will have to take in an input. I will not have to take in, I will not have to typecast the input into int form because I want, in this case, I want to make the user enter the whole word. For example, addition, subtraction, multiplication or division. I want the user to enter the word. After this, I'll have to change the if and else statements. So I will write if operator dot capitalize is equal to addition. And guys, why have I capitalized here? For example, if you have entered addition small a instead of the capital A. And if someone, for example, wants to multiply and he has entered a small m by mistake, so we are handling the errors by capitalizing the first letter, and like that this will get into the if statement without any hassle. It will be solved by using the capitalized function. So just like that, I'll capitalize my operator and I'll type that if operator is subtraction. And so our program has been modified, and as I run this, as you can see, it is asking me to enter the first number. So I will write 20 and then the second number as 10, and if I want to add it, I can even write the a in smaller case. I don't necessarily have to write the a in uppercase, so I'll write addition, and as you can see, it has taken in the operator as well, and it has printed 30. So that's how this program works. Hope you guys understood this program. We have used if and else conditionals, and this is a simple program. So hope you understood, and hope you enjoyed the video. And if you haven't accessed the Python playlist, you can go on my YouTube channel and you can view on playlist. After that, you can click on view full playlist, and as you can see, I have uploaded many videos on it, and this will be the 18th video. So this is a really good playlist for absolute beginners, and I'll start from the bottom and go on to the advanced levels in this playlist. So if you haven't accessed it, make sure that you do, because this is going to be a really good playlist, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you guys for watching. This was all for today's video. Until then, I'll see you next time.